So it says the old Bazar Quarter is to the left, so I'm going to go find that. Damn, somebody's actually using this narrow little road. He's backing up. I don't know if that's because it's easier for him to go back out that way or because that's where his best gear ratio is, like the old Model T Fords. This would seem to suggest church. There is one down this way. Well, there are a lot of crosses here. This is the tower, and it looks like it's rigged to ring the bells. This is where the altar should be, behind this semicircular spot. I don't see a way in yet. A lot of different symbols, including a cross, either incised in or applied to these walls. I don't know whether this area is just where the old market or bazaar used to be, and there's really nothing that would indicate that left or not. Well, I have no idea where the old bazaar was. Hopefully that's not it. But if it is, it's a bogus landmark. I mean, it certainly could have been, but hardly a tourist landmark worthy of a sign that misdirects people, even if it were to do it correctly, to such a modern mess as this ruin. For some reason I found that building, and it's right now it's kind of like a washed out orange. At night it takes on a darker cast. It'd be very pretty. This is one that the man who's the stone carver, you can hear him behind me tapping away, probably made, and that's how it works. You can see how they put the corn in the center. I didn't realize that, even though there's a spindle there to keep it roughly centered. And then this outer handle here is what allows them to rotate one stone above the other and grind up the stuff which comes off. And as I saw in China, oftentimes they had another stone device as big as this one that allowed the grain to be caught in that area. Gentleman's letting me videotape him as he does his work, and this is his wife, and they were trained by this man here and this professor from America. Ah, yes. Oh, the family. Ah, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Very good. Yeah. And so he is the student, and he's been doing this for many years. Yes. In Katoni, the downstairs in the where we have breakfast, all the beautiful carving on the ceiling, this man has done, and I will take camera of that later. So it's fantastic. Yeah. Michelangelo. close-up like this gives an idea of how skilled this man is. Pijatori means a place to drink, and that's where you go drink raki, the national drink. A few minutes ago, around the corner drove a brand new cream-colored Cadillac SUV with Michigan plates on it. And after a little bit of chatting with the girl who, she and her father are going to walk me up to the old house so I can see the antique house, she told me that they are actually from a nearby community that are criminals that sell drugs, like hashish. And that's why they have all that money. Who'd have thunk? This is the Zekate House, and the older folks that I spoke to own it. And I shook hands with each of them and learned to say again, Merdita, which is good afternoon or good day. And I leave tomorrow and probably will never have a chance to say it again. It's interesting how this is an allusion to the castle's arched vaulting. Wonder which came first. Some of the detail of the stone floor. And we'll go upstairs. And here we're at the first level. Here the ceiling is probably about 6 feet. Here an archway, and you wonder why this design was useful. I don't know. Don't know what would have been used in there. And here's stone benches on which would lay those long cushions that we saw yesterday. And here perhaps might have been something for the preparation of food. I have no idea. But I'm sure I'm not the first person to have sat in this windowsill and looked out at the mountains and the city below. Imagine the thoughts of the people who sat where I am. If it was the owner, perhaps something important that he had done or had yet to do, or danger that existed for him. That he must resolve, a young girl, a daughter, thinking of her first love somewhere down there, wondering if he's thinking of her.